Hello, give me a second. I'm currently Annie. You're here already. Welcome. Can you hear me clearly? All right. Let's wait for others and let's see how many people make it to today's live session. Man, a lot of people will probably be sleeping, but let's wait. I'm just going to wait for like 5 minutes and I'll just start teaching. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. These people are sleeping. Oh. Are you guys still sleeping? Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Why are these people still sleeping? Let me ask. Wow. How can you still be? I've been awake since like 3. We're going to start by 5:05 because we don't have time. We don't have time. We don't have time and we are making it. Okay. Mm. Hope you guys are fine though. Hope you slept well. Hope you slept well. Annie, did you sleep well? Good morning, Creative Alpha. Good morning. I feel like I'm too low. Yes, okay. Feel more comfortable like this. Good morning. So just 5 of us. What's my one? Me, I will start to. No time at all. Good morning, Kende. Good morning, Sadido. But I didn't want to miss. I've been up since 3. Nice. That's the energy. That is the energy. I don't know about this ones that I'm not seeing people here. Hmm. Anyways, they'll meet the replay. I'm not surprised. Well, I'm kind of a little bit surprised, but I already knew that a lot of people would probably still be sleeping. So, you know what? Let's get into today's work. So, the topic we are touching for our first live session in MSM is what is money and why does it matter? Right? Why does your mindset matter when it comes to making money? First of all, let me start by explaining what MSM is and what the plan is for MSM, right? So, you know, the M in MSM, we have money, we have self development, and we have marketing. These are three essential things I think that everyone needs to learn in order to make good money. I'm not, what am I saying good money? Bastard money. Like in order to make crazy money, you need to be able to master these three things, right? To master money itself, to master self-development, and also to master your ability to market yourself and to reach more people. Right now, imagine that I know all of the things that I know currently and I keep it to myself. It means keeping value. And what that does is that, well, your income reduces, right? Because the more people know you, um, let me just tell you, the more money you make. It's depending on the kind of value you provide. Anyways, we'll be learning all of that within the next 30 days. And If you checked the promotional link that I sent to the group, you'd see all the topics for the whole 30 days. It's already prepared, and I'll just be teaching it every day. Right? By the end of this whole 30 days, I'd expect that you already know how to make more money, you know how to increase your income, you have knowledge about how to develop yourself, to make bastard money online. This whole thing is completely free, and I hope that it sets the pace for your dream life or the life that you are trying to create. Okay, guys, thanks for staying up. Let's do this. Let's make this money. All right, so let's start with what you'll be learning today. So today you'll be learning what money is, right? And what it isn't. You'd be learning what you can expect from money, and you also be learning money myths. And then finally, we'll wrap it up by explaining why your mindset matters when it comes to making money. So, for this particular class, I'll be taking a lot of my lessons from this book called Money. Well, because of the way the camera is positioned, it's written backwards. From this book called Money. And Money is written by Rob Moore. Very incredible book. I must say, very, very incredible book. If you can get your hands on this, I totally recommend it. Right. Okay, so I picked up the book I think last month, but prior to that, I've been exposed to some of the ideas discussed in the book. I have learned from I think Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, on money essentially. So let me just give you guys a brief story about me. I think I've shared my story in different places, but I just want to put the whole thing together. When I was 17 and I was at OAU, I hated I hated my life. I hated everything that I was doing there. Because I could just tell very easily that the way things are going, I'm going to end up poor. Like it just and I felt like I'd gotten to a point in my life where I experienced sapa. Like, there are different there are different levels to it. I think there was one day that I did not even have pure water to drink, right? It was that bad. And I was looking at myself, I was like, is this how it's going to continue? Because I was looking at the course, checking for job opportunities, and I could not see anything. So it's like, I'm just going to learn all of these things, and at the end of the day, I'll come out and have to start all over again. So let me just start now. So I started asking questions, right? I was very, very confused. I didn't know why I did not have money. Like, there's this thing where you're like, is it Nigeria? People tell you it's the government. Are you guys with me? Let me know. Follow me in the live comment section, right? Um, I was asking, is it the government? Because most of the adults you see that are maybe poor, broke, average, they'll tell you it's the government, it's the economy, right? So I was thinking, is it the government? Is it the economy? What can I do? What can I change? Like, then I was, oh, maybe if we can change the government. But then, do you know how hard it is to change something that is bigger than you? It is beyond your control. It gives you headache, right? So I used to check the news all the time. Is there even a possibility that life can change or whatever? And I will not lie to you. If your excuse for not making money is the government, you are not going to make you're not going to make money because you cannot change the government. It's beyond you, right? So are you going to say because the government is bad, you are going to be broke? No, you have to look for the points where you have actual control and change that. Right? At some point I thought, okay, well, this is this is unfair. This is God doing this is so unfair because I thought, okay, maybe it's religion, right? And I started to learn more about religion, started to try to kind of understand what was going on with all of that. And what I realized was it's religion kind of has nothing to do with money. Although it kind of shapes your mindset and your beliefs about money, it does not really have much to do with how much you can actually make. Right. So I sat there and I was wondering, so what exactly makes the difference? Why do some people make money and some people don't? Why do some people end up broke, and some people just keep making a lot of money. So, one of the days when I was ranting to my mom about how much I hated Nigeria, I hated my life, I hated this, I found a book in my mom's library because my mom reads a lot and she has like a lot of books. So this book is called Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. So I saw the book and I picked it up and I was like, ah, what is this book? That's some rats on the front cover. And I was like, okay, I need to maybe read this book. And I started to read the book and it just gave me clarity. It helped me understand exactly why I was not making money and why I was broke and why I was complaining and why life felt difficult, all of that. And exposing myself to those ideas allowed me to see money for what it truly is. And that's what we're going to be discussing in today's live stream. Now let's go to the group on WhatsApp. Make noise, let people know that okay, it's time for you to, you're either in class or you're outside. It's time for you to join the class. All right, let's do that ASAP, fast. Just quickly go tell people wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. You should not be sleeping at this time. At this time, this is the hour. You're supposed to be learning. Let's do that fast, and I'll continue in 2 seconds. No, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Have we done that? Have we done that? Have we done that? Done that? Done that? My WhatsApp is hanging. Let's do that. Let's do that. Do that. Do that. All right. Okay. So let's continue. Wait. Though. I think some people are still typing on the paper. I'll wait for you guys to come back. Waiting for you guys to come back. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Imagine the first day and most people are still sleeping. What's that? What is that? All right. Okay, so are we back? Let's get back. Okay. So I want to make sure that we're 15 again before I start because I know that there were about 15 of us here. Don't get distracted. Come back to the group, up to the live stream. Let's quickly start. It's 2 minutes. Okay. Well. I'm glad that you guys stayed up. I promise that this will be worth your time. This will be worth your time. Okay. Um. Yeah. Where's everyone? Let me just get started. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Let's start. What is money? Can anyone? What is money, Emmanuel? Damilola, what is money? Creative Alpha, what is money? What is money? Let's go. Let's go. What is money to you? What does money mean to you? You people have not answered though. I will not say anything until you people talk about it. Money is a means of payment you get in exchange of value. Okay, another definition of money. What is money? Money means something that can be exchanged for value. All right. Well, you're not exactly wrong. You're not exactly wrong. Okay, so I want us to start from wealth, not just from money. I'll start from wealth, right? For most people, when they think about wealth, they think about having a lot of money. Right? But wealth comes from an old English word, will, which means well-being, WEAL, which means well-being, and um, TH in wealth means condition, right? So the original meaning of wealth is well-being, well-being. Now, if you think about wealth, and I see a lot of people say you don't need money, to have wealth, all of that. But the truth is, you definitely need money to be wealthy. You need money, right? To live a good life, to have a great state of well-being, you need to have money. You need to have money. There's no two ways about it. You need to have money. Hence, money is very important because if wealth is well-being, right? You need money to create that good life for yourself. So, um, the reason why most people don't have money it's not because it's impossible or it's that hard. It is that, how do I put this? Okay, it's because they haven't, they don't, and they won't. And the best way I found that in this book called Money, by the way, which I recommend you read. I keep recommending it throughout the session of money as a topic. Now, the reason why is because it's not that it is impossible for you to get money. It is that you don't do the things that are necessary for you to get money. It's not about hard work, right? It's not about hard work alone. It's not about the time that you are working, right? It is about doing the things. The book name is called Money. Money. It's about doing the things that are necessary for you to make money. Doing the things that are necessary for you to make money. Now, some people have not started doing the things that are necessary for them to make money. Some people don't even know what those things are, right? And some people, even though they know, they won't do it. I don't know which one of them you'd fall, I mean, what category you fall under. But I'll tell you that once you know, you cannot unknow it, right? Once you know what it takes to make money, you cannot forget it. It will just continue to eat you up that you know that this is how you are supposed to do this thing, but you are not doing it, right? So it's very important that you learn how to make money and you do what is necessary to make it. All right. So um I would say that within all of us lies the ability to make good money, right? We all have, you have what it takes within you. We all have special talents, we have skills, we have things that we naturally excel at. Right? Your ability to convert those things that you naturally excel at into um, a means for you to exchange value is what will give you that wealth in abundance, right? Now, if you're unable to detect that thing that you naturally excel at, it's going to be difficult for you to make good money. Okay, so what exactly is the purpose of money? I'm just going to read this out here. The purpose of money is to create, and I'm going to take it slow. The purpose of money is to create an efficient, fair, and universal exchange of value to serve the growth of humanity. Let me take that again. The purpose of money is to create an efficient, fair, and universal exchange of value to serve the growth of humanity. When you look at this definition, you realize that money, by this definition, is just a tool. for human beings. Hope you understand. Remove all the emotions, remove all the things that you have attached to the concept of money. Money is simply a tool. It's a tool and it obeys the fundamental laws of economics, right? It's humans that attach emotions to money. Money by itself is not evil. Money by itself is not hard to make. It is human beings that attach all those emotions to money. So, the idea is that if you can let go of every other thing that you think about money, you would allow yourself to eventually make more of it because it is just a tool and you can acquire it by exchanging what you already have, your talent, your brain, your skills for money. Hope you understand. Are we following? This is the easiest way I can explain it, by the way. All right. So, yeah, we know that the you don't know what will happen tomorrow, right? And that's exactly why money is very important because money helps us cope with the uncertain future, right? Money helps us cope with the uncertain future is so uncertain. We don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. But because you know you have a certain amount in your account, there's this form of peace that you get knowing that okay, um, tomorrow will be fine. Tomorrow will be great because you know you have something that you can use to make sure that tomorrow is great. So that's essentially what money does. Um, Money helps us cope with the idea that tomorrow may be uncertain. Okay, so um, let's talk about money itself and what it is. So, money is a medium of exchange, like some of you have rightly listed. Money is a medium of exchange. And if you remember, you know that we once had the barter system. Barter system. Who was alive during that time? Fentola, Emmanuel. Were you alive during that time? I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you guys. You were. So, we also had the barter system where you can exchange yam for a bag of rice or maybe shoes for a new a new bag, right? There was that system in the past, but the system is very inefficient because I have yam now. You already have like maybe I have yam, you have a bag I want, or I have yam, I want a bag, but nobody in my entire town um needs yam or has the bag. Will I now have to wait until I meet somebody that needs what I have before I'm able to, to get what I want, right? It's very inefficient. The barter system is very inefficient. So because one, um, the things that you are exchanging, most of it is perishable, right? It's perishable. Like you're trying to exchange food. Food can spoil. If you are trying to maybe an hunter is trying to exchange meat for maybe rice or it's just not it cannot just work especially right now. So you want to learn from me, you're not sending me bag of rice or what? Gita want to learn from me in exchange for a bag of rice, take it, right? So it's not very efficient. So this is where money comes in. I'm talking about fiat currency. Let me even- money, right? Money. You know that Kita, I want to learn from you. Take 1,000. I will not collect it though because 1,000. Are you kidding? But take this. I want to learn this from you. That's a form of exchange. One, it's not heavy. It's not heavy. It's flat. It can last. I don't know how many people have touched this money. That's probably I don't know. This money could have been in um Gombe. Imagine they used to write history of where the money has been through, right? This money could have been in Gombe, maybe even Abuja, or even to the east, Anambra. This money has probably been to a lot of places that's touched many hands, but it is still here. How many people can you transfer one yam, I one tuber of yam to? How many people before the yam spoils? Well, when you think of money that way, you realize this thing is just serving a purpose. It's not something you attach emotions to, right? So, um, mm, the reason why the barter system cannot work is because how can you equally measure the value between those two exchanges? How can you measure? Okay, I want to swap my phone for a mouse. I know somehow like my phone for a mouse, my phone for a mouse. But you go from place to place, and somehow there's no way to actually measure it, right? How do you measure a bag of rice for a dead meat or something? I don't even know. Just how do you measure those kind of things, right? So with money, it's kind of universal. You know that if you go to this place, you find pure water at maybe 3 for 15 naira. I don't know how much they sell it these days. But you go, you find it at 3 for 15 naira here. You go somewhere else, you probably find it around the same price, right? Because it's kind of universal. Because it's money. It's money. So, um, with perishables, how do you deal with the fact that it can spoil? You want to exchange meat for rice, but before you even finish the exchange, the meat is already smelling. Do you get like how do you how do you make that exchange without the perishable spoiling? So barter system does not work, and that is why we use money. Because one, money is um durable, it lasts. Money is divisible. You can calculate, you can multiply, right? Divide this thing by two, it's 500 naira. 500. So money is divisible, and money is also a legal tender and is resistant to counterfeiting. The minute people start trying to make um, duplicates of this, a lot of money will be in the system, which will cause inflation. I'm going to try and explain this thing in the easiest way possible. So, if we have this 1,000, this is the one that the government has made, and somebody duplicates, somebody is able to make more of this. You're able to make like 100,000 naira that is fake. It means you have abundance of it and it is not controlled, which means you can continue to buy, and money will start to lose value. Money will start to lose value, which is very funny. Anyways, money is a unit of account. It gives us a standard way to measure value. It gives us a standard way to measure value. If I say, okay, me teaching you this particular thing, I believe the value of it is 100K, right? So it's like this knowledge is worth this price. So money gives us a way for us to, measure value provided. It also helps us to understand profit and loss, and also inflation, like I explained before. If you have fake money in circulation, a lot of money in circulation, money is going to lose its value, and things will naturally just keep going up, right? When a lot of people have a lot of money, people just naturally want to increase the prices of their goods, and then everything will continue to increase. So money is a store of value. It acts as an efficient, non-decaying standard to store value, right? And I think I've explained that before. Of course, you can store value with property. You can store it with jewelry, with precious metals like gold, like silver, right? Like diamond. Diamond is not a metal. But you guys get what I'm saying. But the only thing about those ones is that it's harder for you to exchange value with it. If I say, okay, I'm going to teach you this thing in exchange for your building, right? As a form of exchange, a building, like it's not something you can, yeah, carry my building, take, right? It's not clicking. So, money is easier to exchange than building. Like, oh, I want to buy this particular house. You now bring a truck of gold to sell it. For one, it's not even safe for you because now everybody wants that big truck of gold that you're carrying. I'm sure you've seen all these iced movies where people go and like maybe try and capture a train. I saw one movie like that where they tried to capture a train that was carrying gold, right? So it's not very efficient. It's not very efficient. Um, Money again is easier to exchange. So because uh, anything that is not liquid would have an higher exchange cost. Anything that is not easy to move, it will have it will be more expensive to exchange. Imagine a businessman from the UK that wants to buy something in Nigeria. Now he has to bring in a truck of gold in order to be able to make that exchange, right? It's very expensive to exchange if you think of it that way. Money becomes expensive to exchange. So um money is a way of measuring your personal value, your contribution, and your worth. The more value you provide, the more money you make. Like I tell members of, I think I wrote that in a newsletter I shared with um, people who are subscribed to the Business Vibes newsletter. I told them, I said, um, the more money you make, the more value you provide, the more money you make. Because this by itself is just a piece of paper, right? It is what it can get me that is actually valuable. Hope you understand. On its own, it's just a piece of paper. It is what this thing can get me that is the actual valuable thing. That is the actual value. Are we still here? Are we here? Are we here? Are we following? Hope you get what I'm saying. It is what this can get me that is actually valuable. It is what this can get me that is valuable. Right? Anybody can get this. I don't know if anybody can get it. But it's what you can get me that is actually valuable. So it's a way of measuring how much you're able to, how much you produce. Now, if you produce, for somebody that produces this, sugar baby, for somebody that produces this oil massively, money is going to flow to them because people are buying this thing, right? So, because the person is a producer and the person is producing in high quantities, money is going to flow to them. So, it's a way for them to measure how much that they are actually producing, right? How much that they're actually, their value is actually worth. So, if you have something that is of high value, naturally, money would flow to you. Hope you understand. So, um, money creates relative fairness. Money creates relative fairness because we cannot really say, okay, uh, what is the, because I really, really need a mouse. You're not saying I should give you my phone because you know that there's no other person that has a mouse. Hope you understand. Like that's the best example I can give. It is not fair. This exchange is not fair. But in a barter system where I desperately need this, I'll be forced to give this out in exchange. I'll be forced to give it out in exchange, and it is not fair. But with money, I can just say, well, I'll find somebody else who can take this and give me, because this is what this is what 1,000 naira, and I'm not going to pay anything extra for it, right? So yes, money creates fairness. Now, look at it this way: two people spent, let's say, okay, somebody that studies medicine in the university versus somebody that just went there to study, say, um, education. You can't produce, there's only a limit to how many doctors that you can actually produce, right? Because of how hard and mentally tasking it is. So they are in high demand. Doctors are in high demand. But when it comes to like education, no matter how much people rant that, well, people should be paid more because they're educating, making the future people, they are doing this, they are doing this, they are doing this. The truth is it really in high demand? Are they both valuable equally? And that is the major reason why a teacher would never be as paid as like a doctor. I'm talking about Nigeria. And some teachers get paid more depending on where they work, right? What schools, what area, whatever. But when you look at it from that lens, from that angle, somebody has put in, somebody is more valuable because the price of this person's um, knowledge is human life, right? This person, because there are a lot of people that can actually teach, the barrier to entry is low. That's why this person is not as valuable as this person. Forget all your maybe philosophy, or I think this is how it should be, I think this is how it should be. There's not much, even you're just thinking, there's not much you can change until you start to look at it logically and detach from sentiments. You won't be able to make good money. So, uh, money is a tool, and whether you think of money as evil or you think of money as the root of all evil, or whatever you think of money as, it does not matter. It does not matter. The only thing that matters is that money is a tool to help you get what you want. It's a form of exchange, it's a medium of exchange. So money obeys the following laws. One, money devalues over time. Money devalues over time. Two, money flows from those who understand and value it least to those who understand and value it more. People who don't value money, they lose money. People who value money, they make more of it. It flows from those who love money, those who don't love money enough, to those who love money more. So when I tell people you have to love money, I mean it. You have to love money for you to have more of it. It's not a thing where you'd be partial about it, or you'd be calm about it. It's something that you have to do, right? So when we say that money devalues, hey, how many pages do I have left? I have like less than 20 minutes to teach everything I have left. So when we say money devalues, we mean inflation causes money to devalue. Now, when I say that, uh, if you have too much money in circulation, what is going to happen is people are going to raise their prices. People are going to raise their prices, and the money that you now have cannot buy the 1,000 naira now. Okay, no problem. 1,000 naira now cannot buy as much as it would have bought, say, 2 years ago, right? Inflation. Anyways, we'll talk about that later. So, um, inflation, okay. Inflation is an average increase in prices and fall in the purchasing value of money. That is why it's not sensible to just hold on to money like this. 2 years from now, everything this money can buy will probably reduce. Before, if you had 1,000, you probably can spend it for like 3, 4 days. I don't even know how long people spend 1,000 naira now. Because every time I go out and I come back, in fact. So money loses value, right? Money loses value because of inflation. Um, but then inflation is a reflection of humanity's need for progress and um, evolution, right? Because now this money is like it does not buy a lot of things for me anymore. And as somebody that produces things, I'll just go and increase all my other things too. That maybe people are increasing your own, let me to increase my own so that I'll be able to buy things. And so I'll increase my own. And that person too say, Peter's courses are expensive. I need to be able to afford it. Let me just increase this too. That person too increases their own. This person increases their own, and over time, everything becomes more expensive. So, but one thing you need to understand is that your value as a person can also increase. Your value can also increase, right? Why? Because if I take this money and I don't spend it directly, if I invest this money in myself, I use it to buy things that would make me more valuable, then I can increase my prices and um, I'll be able to move with the trend of this money. Let me explain. So, say, uh, what's the best way to put this? What's the best way I can explain this? Okay. So, between somebody that keeps this 1,000 naira and somebody that takes this 1,000 naira to pay for a class, right? This person keeps this 1,000 naira in a bag for 2 years. This person, the other person paid for a class with it, and that class taught him how to make more of this money. Hope you understand the value, the difference in value, right? For one, in 2 years, this 1,000 naira will be worth less than it was worth 2 years ago. But that person that has put the money back in themselves will be worth more in 2 years. That's the difference. Because this person has acquired knowledge to help them make more. So, um, again, another example. Somebody has this 1,000 naira, keeps it. The other person has this 1,000 naira and use it to run ads with an influencer to get more. One person will make more money, the other person will not. I hope you understand how it works. So, over time, money devalues, but the only way to protect yourself is to make sure that you are increasing your value as a person and you are increasing the number of customers that you have. Okay, so um, money obeys principles and laws, right? Money obeys principles and laws. There are fundamental laws that guide money. It is human beings that mismanage and manage these principles, right? So this money by itself is just a piece of paper. It is you. It is you that makes this money valuable or not valuable. So you notice that a lot of people um they win lotteries. So let's say that I have 100K, I made 100K from my business versus somebody that won a lottery of 100K. There's a high chance that if you ask that person, how do you intend to spend this money? They'll probably put back most of it into lottery and consume most of it and spend most of it on perishables, on food, on drinks, on let me take my friend out, let me take my this thing out. By the end of the day, that money will finish. But for me, that I made the money through business, I will invest that money back into my business and I will make more of it. Hope you understand, right? So this thing is not even about just money. There are a lot of people who become millionaires through lottery and they lose everything and start again because it's not about the money, it's about the value of the person. This money is just a form of exchange, right? And this is why I don't believe in dashing people money. Personally, I don't believe it. I'd rather teach you how to make it, because I believe no matter how many times somebody gives you 5,000 naira, if you don't know how to make 5,000 naira, you will continue to ask for it. You continue to ask for it because, again, it's not about the money, it's about the value that you have. That's what brings in more money, right? So, um, those who don't value money, they spend it carelessly on consumables and depreciables. Which is why a lot of people would reach out to me and say, Kita, why do you keep doing braids? Why don't you go and buy hair? Like, and I tell people that when the time for that comes, I will do it. Right? I'm still very young. I will do it. But right now, I can think of five other ways to spend that money wisely in a way that brings me more money over time. A lot of people, they spend money to impress, to look rich. They spend money to look rich. If you are not rich, you are not rich. You are not convincing anybody. Nobody's buying your lies, right? Rather, focus on putting that money to great use. Use that money to make more money. Stop lying to yourselves. You know the truth. You know that you don't have it. So put that money towards having it, right? Put that money towards having it. In fact, I'll go on to say that if you find yourself scrolling recklessly through social media, calculate how much data you are spending. You are consuming, you're a consumer. If you are not a creator, if you are not a producer, you are consuming. And the more you consume, the less you have. You don't make money by being a consumer, you make money by being a producer. And that's why money would always flow back to the producers. So, um, those who value money, they spend it on education, on improving themselves, and they protect it. They don't spend it recklessly, right? They insure against loss and they build enterprises, they build companies, they build businesses. If you want to make good money, you have to build. You either build yourself to help others, you have to become valuable. That is the way to make money. Currently, if you look at your account balance and you feel like, okay, I'm not making a lot of money, it's because you're not producing a lot of value. You are not very valuable. That's why. So, um, money does not distribute equally. No matter what anybody says, we are not all going to have money equally. If you distribute money equally amongst everybody, right? Over time, the money will go back to the owners because consumers will spend money buying things. Consumers will spend buying things, and producers will continue to produce. And so the money will just move back to those that are producing things. Hope you understand. Are we following? Are we following? Let me know. So, um, money is a form of energy. Like I be say, money flows, money flows, money flows. Money is a form of energy, and energy can neither be created nor destroyed, right? So you can't. How do I explain it? Money can be devalued, right? But whether you destroy, if you burn this money, it's just going to make the remaining money in the system valuable. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand? Please let me know. Let me know. If you burn money, the remaining money in the system becomes more valuable, right? Because there's less of it. Now the others are like, okay, this is very, very valuable. So money flowing, okay, is an exchange in form of ideas, in form of trade, in form of transactions, debit and credits, services and value, and solutions. Okay, solutions to problems between a buyer and a seller. So money by itself is just a tool, but what is being transacted is ideas. I'm sharing an idea to you in exchange for money. That is the thing that is valuable. It's not the cash. The cash is just to measure how valuable it is. So I'm showing an idea to you in exchange for money, right? The idea is what is valuable, and the money is how we're able to measure how much value that idea is worth. So, um, money flows from those that don't offer services and value to those who do. So now, if you keep asking yourself, why am I broke? Why am I broke? Why am I broke? Look at yourself and ask yourself if you are truly offering any services or if you are truly offering any form of value. If you are saying, I don't have enough, I don't have enough, it means you are not offering enough value and enough services to enough people. You are just offering to a few people, which is why you have a few of it. You don't have enough money. So, if you want to make more, you have to give more. You have to have more to give. You have to be providing more services. You have to be providing more value. So money flows from those who consume to those who create. Money flows from those who consume to those who create. If all you do is consume, 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 you use, you will not have enough. You will never have enough, right? So the idea is that you keep creating. When you create, people now want the thing that you are creating and they give you money in exchange for that thing. Now, depending on what you are learning, I don't that's why I tell people a lot of things you are learning probably in the university is not valuable to anybody. And because it is not valuable to anybody, it's going to be hard for you to exchange it for money because it is about value essentially. And this value is not the money, the value is what you have to give. So um now it's not even about how long it took you to create whatever you are creating or to learn whatever you know. It is about whether or not it makes other people's lives better. Nobody cares how long it took me to learn everything I'm teaching you right now. The question is, well, are you sure anybody will pay for it? Well, it's going to make the lives of some people better, and so they will pay for it. It's not about the price. Can it make their lives better? Can it give them what they want? Can it give them what they want? Now, let's quickly explore some money myths. Some money myths. Some of you are just waking up. You are just joining the life. Well done. I see you. Some of you are just waking up. This life will soon be over because I need to start writing. So, money myths. Myth number one: money does not make you happy. It's a lie. Anybody that tells you that hates you. Anybody that tells you that money will not make you happy, the person hates you. The person wants you to suffer. Money will make you happy. Like this now, I'm happier now than I was 4 years ago when I was broke as fuck. I'm a happy person, right? Money will make you forget all the your friends, kini last last. If you have money, people won't even be your friend. I'm not even like that's what I've noticed. So weird. It's very weird. When you are broke, nobody wants you. So that other this thing, bullshit. All this money will not make you happy. Bullshit. Money will make you happy. You can afford whatever you want. You can create that happiness. I want to buy this clothes. You can buy it. Of course, you cannot always be materialistic, but most of the things that you want, you can get it easier and faster with money. But money alone cannot make you happy, right? However, I don't think there's happiness without money, oh, unless we're lying to ourselves. I don't think there's happiness without money, right? So, let me ask you this question: what do people worry about the most? What do you worry about the most? What keeps you up at night? Yeah, school is stressing me. Kiniko, kiniko. If you had a car, would school still stress you? If you can eat whatever you want, will school still stress you? I used to be so stressed because I didn't have time to cook for myself. And when someone started cooking for me, I just started to feel less stressed. And people say, "Oh, you're glowing, don't worry. It's God's grace." Right? Money will give you time to do the things that you want to do. So, um, what makes people the happiest? Money. What makes people the unhappiest? Money. Money. Hope you understand. So, um, money creates happiness instead of fear of failure. It is money. If you think about the failure, why are you afraid? It's not because you're afraid that all this money that you are putting into the thing will not eventually give you more money. So yes, money creates happiness. Um, whatever lies they sold you about happiness being free, it's a lie. Happiness is not free. Happiness is not free. Um, to for you to be able to enjoy the things that you love, you need money, right? You need money. Now, another myth is the one where people complain that the rich keep getting richer. Is it not obvious why the rich keep getting richer? All you do is consume. You are not providing enough value to enough people. But the rich continue to provide value to you, the value which you consume, right? Obviously, money is going to continue to flow towards them. Somebody was telling me that Nivea wants to kill my friend, and I was laughing because we have so many options. They keep providing more options, more things to buy with your money, right? So obviously, money keeps flowing to them. Money keeps flowing to them because they are valuable, because what they've created is valuable. So the rich will keep getting richer because they keep producing things. This has nothing to do with spiritual anything. It has nothing to do, it's not something you can pray away, right? If you produce and you're able to get people to buy the thing that you produce, you'd make more money. If you don't and you continue to consume what other people have produced, you will keep losing money. It's so straightforward. So, um, Newton's first law of motion, anyone? Newton's first law of motion. Abi people, no science students here. We're about to wrap up. Science students. Ah, matter. Me sef, I don't even remember it. Let me browse it. Since you people don't know the Newton's first law of motion. Every object will remain at rest or in uniform motion in a straight line unless compelled to change its state by the action of an external force. Basically, rich people continue to get richer. Lọ́rọ̀ kan ṣá. And you, if you continue to consume, if you refuse to produce, if you refuse to do the things that would make you more money, you continue to be broke. That's it. Period. You can say my mouth is sharp or I'm too direct, but it is what it is. If you continue the way you are going without changing something, if you refuse to change something and you continue on this path, it will continue. That's how people end up trapped in a life that they don't want because they are not changing something. There's nothing changing. So the rich will continue to stay rich provided they keep producing. And the poor will continue to be poor provided they keep consuming without producing value. The real people that are selfish, you'd think it's the rich that are selfish people. But it's very funny that it's the poor people that don't provide enough value for enough people that are actually the selfish ones. You'd be surprised. But that's the truth. So, if you're already taking steps towards producing, towards creating something meaningful that can change people's lives on a large scale, you're already on the path to making money and making a lot of money. And if you continue on that path, you will keep making money. That's it. So, um, another myth is that there's not enough money to go around. It's a lie. There's money. There's money. Just go to, is it Coin Market Cap? Go and check. Go and check. You see the way money is flowing. There's bastard money in this world. The question is, can you take your share? Are you ready to take your own share of the money? There's enough to go around. All this, there's no money everywhere. It's the people that are around you that are poor. The people around you are poor. That's why you are seeing kosi kosi kosi. That's why you are seeing poverty, because people around you are poor. All of you, your circle, you are broke. That's why there is no money. There is money. It's where you are standing. It's what you are seeing. Right? So you need to put it in your head that there's a lot of money to be made and you have to make your fair share. You have to make your share. You have to chop your share. So another thing is that another myth is when people say making money is hard. To be honest, it's just your mindset, it's your lack of knowledge. You'd make as much money as you have learnt how to make. That's the best way I can put it. It is lack of knowledge, it is ignorance. Can you guys still hear me? Are you sure? Can you guys hear me? Let me see. Let me type that out. You should be able to hear me though. Can you guys hear me? Oh? Because me, I'm still talking. I'll just keep talking now. So, okay. It is your lack of knowledge, right? That is preventing you from making as much as you can make. And there are some things you cannot cheat. It takes time for you to gather this knowledge. It takes time for you to gather this. You just have to make sure you are gathering the right knowledge. Make sure that the thing you are learning about is something that can be exchanged for value, right? Don't go and be learning things that does not matter to anybody. Don't go and be learning things that people cannot give you money in exchange for. So, if one person can make mad money, anybody can, right? Because there's a formula to making money. Money has its own formula. Money has its own formula, right? They don't teach us this in school mostly. They're not taught the actual ideas behind making money. What you are taught is how to be valuable for somebody that already owns an organization to use you to make money. Hope you understand. To use the value that you provide to make more. So, in all of this, your mindset about money matters. You can see the way I've broken down a lot of these concepts. The way you think about money will determine how much money you make. If you think money is evil, you will make less money. But then we'll be discussing this under your limiting beliefs about money. So let me just quickly open my to explain. So tomorrow we'll be talking about the mindsets of people that make money. We'll be talking about things that can wreck you financially. We'll be talking about habits of entrepreneurs that make money. We'll be talking about reasons why you are not making money. We'll be talking about not tomorrow, like within the next 10 days. We'll be talking about how to start from scratch and multiply your income. We'll be talking about how to invest money in your business properly. We'll be talking about how to let go of your limiting beliefs on money. We'll be talking about how to set money goals and kill them. And we'll also be talking about the subtle art of making bastard money. So, if you are still watching by now, I have a newsletter. It's a business newsletter that you can subscribe to 3,000 naira monthly, where I'll be teaching you all of these things. I'll be explaining even deeper a lot of things that there's only so much I can say, right? But I'll be explaining deeper. I'll be explaining the concepts, the behind the scenes behind business, the parts that most people will not tell you, so that you can make more money and increase your income. Right? It's just 3,000 naira monthly, and it also comes with a course called the Bastard Money Magnet course. The Bastard Money Magnet course is where I broke it down, everything you need to start from scratch and to actually start making good money. Right? So the truth is that for a lot of people, we just go through life believing everything they've told us. But I need you to look around to the people that taught you about money. Can you emulate them? Are they making money? Are they making enough for you to be able to take their advice about your future? Look around. Ask yourself, this man that is telling me that this thing is evil, or this man that is saying there's no money, there's no this, there's no this. Can I emulate their life? Do I want their lifestyle? Right? Also, this person that is telling you to wake up by 5 a.m. to attend the class is yours. The choice is clear. But in the next couple of days, we'll be talking about a lot of these things, and hopefully, by the end of these 30 days, you'd have a lot to show for not sleeping for like 1 hour. So, thank you for attending today's session. Right now, I'll take questions. If you have questions for me, please let me know. Questions, or would you rather ask on the group? Whatever one is fine by me. I'll take questions. Questions, questions. Questions, questions, questions. Well, well, well. Doesn't look like we have questions. All right. So, um, thank you for attending today's class, and I hope to see you tomorrow, same time. Enjoy the rest of your day, and go out and provide value. Start thinking of how you can provide value. Start thinking about how you can make money, right? That's why this class is in the morning when your brain is still sharp, so that everything I'm saying can enter into your head and you can do a lot with. As a food entrepreneur, how do you create value aside the food? The food you sell is the valuable thing. The food that you sell is what is valuable. Now, for you to be able to make it more valuable, it has to be very delicious. Then people will value it. It has to be consistently delicious, not once. Today is delicious, tomorrow is not delicious. It has to be able to get to them in the easiest way possible, right? So you don't need, it's not about, I need to do another thing. I need to do another thing. That thing that you do, how great can you make it? Can you become the best at it? When you become the best, you automatically become more valuable. Did I answer your question? That's the easiest way I can think about it. Make it easier to access, make it extremely delicious, and make it available for a lot of people. You're welcome. All right. This particular stream is over. Make sure you share to your status. Oh, how do you build value around sneakers business to stand out? How do you build value around sneakers business to stand out? The sneakers you sell is the valuable thing, right? That's what I want you to know. That thing you are selling is what is valuable. What you need to do is to make sure that it reaches a lot of people. It is packaged well in a way that represents your brand, right? You need to think of how you can do your own differently. I can't tell you because I'm not you. But how can you sell your sneakers in a way that makes more people want to buy from you? Meanwhile, the more quality sneakers you buy, the more profit you can make, right? And that's another topic. But when you make things or you sell things that are valuable, you tend to make more money. So by that, it will be somebody that sells 15K sneakers versus somebody that sells 200K sneakers. Of course, one person is making more money, and it's not the person that sells 15K. So the idea of value itself, it's kind of there are a lot of things to it, right? But when I say value, a lot of people tend to think of it as what me I'm doing right now, which is teaching you. But that is not the only way to provide value. Anything that people would exchange for money is valuable to that person. But then value is also based on personal preferences. I'm glad. Value is also based on personal preferences. You're welcome. So don't forget to subscribe to the newsletter for more content like this. Subscribe to the newsletter and also share this with your friends, with your family that you think need to know about money. This is very important knowledge. A lot of people don't know these things, and that is why they end up in the same position for a long period of time. It's not even just about making money right now, it's about how much you can multiply that money. So keep sharing, share this information out there. That's why it's free, so that more people can have access to it and we can all live better lives. So, you guys, I'd like to sign out for today. If you have more questions, feel free to ask on the group. I'll be there answering your questions. It was nice talking to you guys. It was nice sharing my knowledge. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.